Meditation has been something I've known about for a very long time. I'd say almost a year or two now. Obviously, I knew it existed before then, but it was only the last couple of years that I learned of the benefits. But I hadn't done meditation until about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. I hadn't made it a part of my routine until about a month and a half ago. I remember sitting on the floor for 3 minutes. Yeah, I set 3 minutes as my goal, and just sitting there trying to meditate. And it went about as well as you'd expect. My mind was wandering all over the place the whole time. I think I got maybe 10 seconds out of 30 maybe were focused. But the thing is, I was trying. So that's how meditation works. You're only going to get better if you try, like with most things in life. So I kept on trying. Every single day I would try. Except at the start I struggled to sort of make it a part of my routine. I forgot about it quite a bit. It was only when I actually sorted out a time of my day every day where I'd meditate, which would be after I made my bed and just before I left to go to school, that I actually started getting consistent and actually doing it and practicing. Even if my meditation wasn't getting better, it was because I was actually doing it that I would get better, and that I'd actually set up a time of the day to do it every single day. I utilized the habit stacking term that James Clear uses in Atomic Habits in order to sort of solidify this habit. Because after I made my bed, I'd simply sit down next to it and meditate for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much time I have. By the time I sit down, it's usually 5 minutes. And on weekends, I go longer in order to grow. Now, after a month and a half of practice, I'm managing to go for much longer. And I feel like my mind does not wander as much as it did when I began, which is a good thing. This is what meditation does. You've read all the reports, the benefits of meditation. Not all the reports, but you've heard all the reports being put into YouTube videos to make it easier for you. But the benefits of meditation are mainly that they make you feel good. You feel relaxed when you meditate. You feel like you're in the moment. You're just focusing on your senses. And you're just relaxed. It's peaceful. It's just you sat there and you're just breathing. And that's it. That's all that's happening. You forget everything else going on in the world at that moment. And it's just you sat there breathing. It's very peaceful. Because you're present when you're meditating, you're more likely to become more present in all your other endeavors in life. You're more likely to pay attention when people are talking to you. You don't want to be the person that is sat there in a conversation and cannot pay attention to what the other person is saying. It's a horrible spot to be in. It's horrible to be that person because you're not there. You're not with the person. Even though you're there physically, you're not there mentally. We aspire to be there both physically and mentally for whoever we are conversing with, our loved ones and our friends. We don't want our friends and family to feel like we don't care about them. That's why if we're present, we will avoid this issue. Meditation makes you grateful for the simple parts of life. What do I mean by that? What I consider simple parts of life are just the things you do every day, those everyday little tasks that you just do in your own time. They're very easy to do, but while you're doing them, it's just so enjoyable. Like simple things such as cooking, like showering, all these types of insignificant events, or seemingly insignificant, you start to enjoy them a lot more. You start to be happier to do the small little things. It's quite nice to be pleased to do something so simple, and you get to do it every day. So you're gonna enjoy those small things that you do every single day. Wouldn't you want to just take a little bit more happiness in doing even the little things? Because you're gonna get to do them every day for basically the rest of your life. So you're gonna be happy in those small moments every single day. It's a pretty big benefit if you ask me. You're going to be doing something that makes you happy at least once every single day. That means a day can't be completely horrible for the whole thing. There will always be a moment of happiness, even if it's just a small little couple minutes. If you ask me, that makes even dreary, boring days seem a lot more exciting. Lastly, the last benefit of meditation is that it reduces stress. This is like one of the most known ones, but I feel like it actually works, because I feel like I used to be a lot more angry as an individual. Maybe it was just the people I was surrounding myself with, or the fact that I was gaming a lot, but I would find that I was quicker to anger. Now that I meditate daily, I feel like I don't have nearly as much anger as I used to. Even though I definitely still do have anger at points, I think I'm able to control it better because I have gained control over my emotions with meditation. There's still a long way for me to go, but I'm progressing. And that is what self-improvement is, isn't it? Progressing. So that's just one benefit I've noticed, mainly. And that is the one that I like the most out of all of them. So how do you start to meditate? Well, let's keep it simple. You want to find a comfy place to sit. You can be in a chair, you can sit on the floor like I do. Just find somewhere where you're comfortable and you can sit. Then, once you do that, you can decide to use apps for meditation. There are plenty of meditation apps out there, or videos even on YouTube. But to begin with, I didn't have an app. I just used my timer. But now I use the Medito app. It's Medito. That's how you spell it. And it's a really good app. It's a free app. And there's like beginner courses where they guide you through the meditation and stuff. And then they have more advanced stuff where they just have the timer and that. It's a very good app, and it's completely free. So there's that too. They're not sponsoring me, but like, it's a good app. So I don't see why you wouldn't want to use it. It's very useful for meditating. Anyway, once you set up your timer and you've said how long you want to go, then you just put your phone down, start the timer, and you close your eyes. and you want to focus on your senses. Your senses should be your smell, your taste, what you're feeling, and what you're hearing. You're going to bring your focus back to this point every single time your mind wanders. So, throughout the meditation, to start with, when you're starting meditation, your mind is going to wander often. So, your mind will probably go to random places. You'll just think about, oh, that exam I've got next week, or oh, I remember when so and so said this. Your mind's going to wander, and you just got to realize that your mind is wandering. And when you realize this, you just got to be like, oh, I need to stop thinking about this. I need to get back to focus. And then you just readjust and focus back on your senses. That is the whole premise of meditation. That is basically it. Now, while you're meditating, you need to focus on your breath as well, controlling your breath. So, what you want to do is you want to breathe from deeply within your stomach. You want to inhale and push your stomach outwards and let your breath come up to your chest. So you slowly inhale from the bottom of your stomach to the top and the solar plexus and up into your chest. And then you want to exhale. So inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. And if you do this correctly, you will feel your breath travel down through your entire body, down to like the beginning of your legs, almost at your balls sort of area, if you do it really well. So you want to go just like that. And you just want to keep doing this for the entire time. You want to make sure your breath is slow so that you're breathing deeply and you're actually getting the breath down when you exhale. That's it. Breath control and bringing your thoughts back to focus on your senses. That's it. That's the entire premise of meditation. You don't have to go for long periods of time to begin with. I know when you're starting to want to meditate, you're going to be like, oh, I want to do it for 10 minutes. But just do it for like 30 seconds or a minute. You don't need to, because if you push yourself too early, you're going to find it hard to do every single day. Because if you set out doing 10 minutes one day, you're going to want to have to do 10 minutes the next day and the next day and the next day. It's going to be hard to fit in time where you can do it because it's not easy for you. It's challenging. The key to actually building a habit is to make it so easy. Literally just make it easy that anyone could do it. So you meditate for 30 seconds. That's it. That's all you have to do. And then after that, you can build further and further. Because once you've built that base meditation for the 30 seconds, you'll have way better focus than if you just went in trying to meditate 10 minutes every single day. It wouldn't work as well. This is basically the concept of progressive overload, but it's with meditation. So you just gotta master each time interval, push yourself up further and further, and you will get better at meditating. It just takes time and repetitions. Every time you lose your focus and bring it back, that's one rep. So you just want to keep on doing it over and over again every single day. eventually you'll find consistency and you'll be able to do it for longer than you would have if you just tried to do it for a long time to begin with. Meditation is a beautiful skill to master, and I love meditating, and I hope you will find this joy in meditating that I have as well. I hope you found enjoyment in this video. I hope you learned something from it. Subscribe if you'd like if you'd like, or don't. It doesn't matter. As long as you have your opinion, I'm fine with that. As long as you've learned something, that's all that matters. Anyway, stop consuming. Go create.